Buongiorno everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Nice little walkabout for me today, and in the last hour, Tino Livramento has officially been announced as a Newcastle United player. It's Tino time. Tino is here and he's furry coat, he's gun, Asprey reference. He's actually got a furry coat or a gun, which is disappointing, but the sun is trying to get out the day, so he's not really going to need it. Livramento, Tino with a fancy name like Valentino Livramento in full, born in Croydon. And you hear his accent in the video as well, in his interview with the club. Wouldn't have thought it was going to be like that, really. Obviously, you should know, if you don't know, that he does play for England under 21s. He was born in Croydon, came up through Chelsea's academy, but his father's Portuguese, hence the Livramento name, and his mother's Scottish. So quite a mixy mix there for Livramento. But all that's been left behind now. He's not a Chelsea fan anymore. He's not coming from London. He's in the Toon now, Tino in Toon, and it's all done. Finally, obviously this one's been dragging out for quite a few weeks now. The valuation at Southampton was 40 million plus. A lot of that was due to Chelsea's sell-on fee that they've received for the fee that Southampton have got. Chelsea get a percentage of that. Some are saying it's anywhere from 15% to like 35%. The final fee that has been agreed with Newcastle United and Southampton is £32 million initially, rising plus £5 million with potential add-ons. I'm hearing that those add-ons are likely to be hit, you know, appearances and things like that. There's nothing too drastic in there. He doesn't have to captain England or score a hat-trick to get these additional add-ons counted for Southampton. So it's 32 rising to 37. And the Southampton have nearly got their £40 million that they wanted. Now, oh yes, get that sunshine in my face, man. I've been desperate for a bit of sunshine. So Livramento, he's in Newcastle. He's saying the shit. Well, he's in Newcastle all weekend, wasn't he? He was at the Cellar Cup, he was watching it there. He's mentioned in his interview, you know, he's very impressed with that atmosphere, even though it was just a friendly. He said the turnout was brilliant and he's so excited to play in front of the support. But obviously he's saying, you know, it's delighted to be here, it's a great project, and everyone would want to sign for Newcastle at the minute. So Newcastle have got the man. Eddie Howe has got his right back / left back eventually. So a big fee for a 20-year-old who hasn't started a Premier League game in over 1 year. Last started a game of football in March, I think it was, 2022. He obviously then suffered that horrific ACL injury. He did obviously come back towards the end of last season. He came on as a sub against Brighton, the same stadium that Ajax, that he did suffer that horrendous injury. So he has been back. He has been playing a lot of pre-season as well for the Saints, now that they're in the Championship. So he's played some football. He's getting back in the swing of things. I'm sure Eddie Howe will get him fired up. Obviously, unlikely to play this weekend, you would have thought, against Aston Villa in just a few days' time. But it won't be long before he starts settling in the team, because I see people saying, oh, he'll be an understudy to Trippier. And to be fair, Livramento did mention Kieran Trippier in his interview, saying that one of the reasons he signed was to come here and learn off Trippier. He wants to learn off the England right back. And I mean, what better bloke to learn off than one of the best right backs the Premier League's ever seen. However, Livramento won't just be sitting on the bench and watching Trippier from afar, you know what I mean? I think he will definitely be featuring, he'll definitely be starting games very soon for Eddie Howe's Mags, because you don't pay nearly £40 million for a fullback just to ease him in, you know, let him learn off someone and maybe start him in a year, like next season, you know. He can just come off the bench, he can play 20 minutes here, he can start the cup games. Nah, no way. For me, what I'm thinking is that Eddie Howe will move Trippier to left back and Livramento will start as right back. Now that might take some time, that might be in a few months, because Kieran Trippier does turn 33 next month. And obviously with Champions League football as well, a couple of games a week, there's a lot more pressure on everyone's shoulders and a lot more intensity required, and fitness levels need to go up. So yeah, that's when you might see it, when you might see Livramento come in. So for me, it makes sense. And I know a lot of people are saying that they don't get this signing, you know, why didn't we just sign a recognised left back, because that's what we need, because Bain obviously isn't a suited left back in terms of that being his primary position, and Matty Target just hasn't kicked on since we signed him permanently after a successful loan spell from Villa. So we need that left back, we need a centre back. Did we really need a right back? You know, Harrison Ashby's been out on loan to Swansea. I mean, he wouldn't have been ready to step in for Trippier if there was an injury. Javi Manquillo, though, he's always done all right when he's came in. Could have kept him. He's apparently in Spain for talks there over a free transfer to a La Liga side, believed to maybe be Rafa's Celta Vigo, Rafa Benitez, linking up with ex-Mag Javi there. So he's on his way out. And then obviously Emil Kraft has also come back from a similar injury to Tino Livramento, which was absolutely lifting and ruled him out for quite some time as well. So in a sense, yes, we do need a right back. And the thing is with Livramento, he is versatile. He can play left back. He's played left back before. So there's options there for Eddie Howe now at full back. So when you look at the strength and depth there for them. It definitely looks a lot better. So Livramento, 5-year deal, 32 million initially, rising 5 million plus add-ons. And that is the question now, now that he comes in, where will he play? When will he come in? For me, like I said, I don't think he'll play this weekend. But I do see him becoming our right back, not just in the long term. Obviously, that's the club's plan. They've signed him to be our main right back for the next 10 years, hopefully. When you're only 20, the aim is for Livramento to kick on. He's very highly sought after. Everyone bangs on about his potential and how good he is. He was Chelsea's Academy Player of the Year a couple of years back. Lots of Southampton fans. Obviously, I was down in Southampton last year doing my master's degree. Went to a few Southampton games, saw Tino in the flesh. He is class. And my Southampton mates down there were Southampton season ticket holders, and they absolutely raved about him at the time. And I thought, all right, mate, settle down. Just because he was playing for them, I thought they were bigging him up a bit too much, £5 million to sign him for from Chelsea. They made a nice profit there, haven't they? All the Southampton fans were raving about him, singing about him at the time. He was one of the most popular players for them, and they are still messaging me now. The lads from uni, big up Gem and that, they're saying, take good care of him. You've got a top talent on your hands, and he will go to the very top. They're still saying he will be amazing and one of the best right backs there is in the league and in Europe. They feel that strongly about him, that they rate him so highly. They think he's going to go to the very top. They think he can be one of the best. And obviously, Newcastle United, Eddie Howe and Dan Ashraf believe that as well. Otherwise, they wouldn't have spent this much time hassling and haggling with Southampton and getting Tino to sign. They wouldn't have spent that much time on him unless they really, really raved about him, wanted him and needed him. And that's the way it's gone. We've pumped up the cash for him. It is a hefty sum, and he will be Newcastle's next right back for me. Like I say, the aim is for him to progress from England under 21s to the full side, the senior side. And like I said before, and like Tino said in his interview, what better way to do that than learn off the current England right back in Kieran Trippier? So he's got a perfect bloke there to study, learn from and improve on. He can be moulded into England's next right back and Newcastle United's next right back. And obviously, again, it's very good for the homegrown quota and your players that you've got from this country and everything else for UEFA regulations and Premier League regulations. So Tino Livramento, Newcastle United's third summer signing after Harvey Barnes and Sandro Tonali. A lot of money spent now for Newcastle United. 55 on Tonali, 38 on Barnes and 32 on Livramento. So way over 100 million, and we're not done yet. Eddie Howe did say the other day in his press conference that he wanted 2. I think that did include Livramento. So at least one more, with potentially another one maybe on loan, maybe a right forward on loan or something like that. But we do still want one more signing. Eddie Howe wants that right-footed centre-back. I want that right-footed centre-back. Who we're going to get? We're in the market for one, so we'll wait and see. Just a few weeks left of the window. Only a few days left until the Premier League season starts. But Livramento has swapped red and white for black and white. Good choice, mate. Well done. That's the right stripes that you want. Cheers for watching, everyone. Drop your comments for what you think of the the Livramento signing. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one.